applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked the mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built the win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to RBO. It's a wonderful day today. I got two of my bros with me from the network. About to have a little showdown, possibly. You know, I got a little something special for y'all. Might get a little fighting here going on. But, you know, I want to shout my bros out. On the left of me, I have my boy Teddy, host of BWT. How you doing today, Teddy?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
Yeah,
happy to make my first appearance on RBO.
Yes, sir, man. Happy to have you here, man. On the bottom, I have my boy Davey Dollars, the host of Dave's Doghouse. How you doing today, Dave?
My guy, you in the doghouse.
Hey, man, I'm excited. You know, finally able to make RBO. You know, finally able to make one of the other shows I have not been able to get on. Excited to talk about basketball. You know, football season over. Had a heartbreaking loss in the Super Bowl, so not feeling too good about that. But hey, you know. Here to talk about some basketball, here to talk about the sport that I love the most, more than any other sport. So let's get it, man. Let's talk about some basketball.
Yes, sir, man. Loving the energy today. Before we get started, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with anybody that you know is an NBA fan, person that just, you know, might be a Heat fan, Celtics fan. I got a couple of young studs that I'm about to talk about later as well. We also have a link down low for you guys to become a member. You get access to different chats on Instagram that covers mainly every sport. You get live debates in those chats. You get live updates of trades, injuries, coaching news, anything of that nature. You even also learn things. You know, you have guys that play the sport that they're in the chat of, and they have a lot of knowledge on it. Especially my boy Teddy right here, man. We call him the baseball guru. Like, last year, I learned so much about baseball just from being in the baseball chat with Teddy, and shout out Joe Vaughn as well. All right, man. Let's get things started, man. We hope you guys enjoy the show today, man, because we got a nice little slate for you. All right. So, you know, last week we went over some mid-season grades of some teams, and there was two teams I left out just because my bros said they wanted to come on. They want to give their 2 cents as well. That's all right. Let's get it. Oh, shout out to my boys. You know, they Duke fans, so I got a special shirt on for them today. You hear me? That Tar Heel, you know what I'm saying? That Tar Heel blue on me.
Vaughn is lucky that this is a family-oriented show, so I can't say what I want to say.
Hey, it's all good, man. You save it for the chat. Save it for the chat. All right, so the first team we're going to talk about is the Miami Heat, okay? We're going to give their mid-season grade. You know, this team right now, they're balling actually after the break. You know, they're on a 5-game winning streak right now. They're doing their thing. They just moved up in the standings. Actually, I think they're like 5th now, right?
Yeah, went from 8th to 5th.
Yeah, you guys are 5th right now. It's like from 4th down to 8th, things can get crazy. Like it can get crazy. It can shuffle. You don't know what's going to happen. You got the Knicks losing since the podcast. You got the 76ers losing since the podcast. But the Heat are 33-5 right now. As far as their defense, I believe they're 7th in defensive rating. Mm-hmm. Offensively, they've never been known for a great offensive team. We all know this. They're 20th mm-hmm. In the offensive rating at this moment. So, Dave, I'm going to let you go first. What grade are you giving your Heat for the midseason?
Right now, I'm giving them a C+. simply because of where we stand right now. What my expectations were. I didn't have any high or low expectations. I expected to kind of sort of be where we are right now. So C plus. And then the like I said, the acquisition that we got from the trade, getting Terry Rozier, finally getting Kyle Lowry off of the books. He got traded to the Hornets, then he was bought out, then he's now in Philly. And then also got another buyout in DeLon Wright. A lot of people don't know that DeLon Wright is one of the best defensive point guards in the league. Mm-hmm. So he fits our culture. And his brother used to play for us. So it just made a lot of sense. And I just like how everyone's been playing lately. Right now, it's the second half of the season. So, we're 3-0 since the All-Star break. We going into the All-Star break, we won the last 2 games. So that's why we're in the 5-game win streak. And we beaten two really good teams in the West with the Pelicans and the Kings. Yeah. And then we just beat the Blazers. A game that's a game I felt like we should have kind of sort of ran away with, but we didn't. We pretty much had to battle all night in order to come out with that win. So, and we've been playing pretty well, whether we had Jimmy on the floor or not. We're 12-7 without Jimmy this year. Terry Rozier is kind of sort of getting to his form now since he's been with us for more than 10 games. That's what I like to see. I like that Spo is allowing him to kind of sort of be himself now. He's not just passive. But I would like to see exactly how much more he's going to play his game with Tyler Hero on the floor. I think that's what matters more to me, because we know Tyler Hero is the scorer on the team right now. Right. And that's kind of sort of why we went and traded for Terry Rozier, because we need someone else other than Tyler Hero and Jimmy to score, because we know in the playoff time, it's Jimmy or bust. Right. So we kind of needed someone else to help out with that. Bam has been playing his game. He's career high in points and rebounds right now. So he's been balling out all season. And the biggest surprise to me is Jaime Jaquez. I knew he was good coming out of UCLA, but I didn't know he was going to be this good this early. So I like that he's been balling out. He put up 26 against the Kings the other night. He's smooth, man. He has improved his game so much from summer league all the way to now. I just like how he plays. Everybody that's on the team is pretty much Miami attitude. He culture, so it just fits. So C+ is for me. C+ or B-. I wouldn't give it anything higher than that.
Okay. See, I'm gonna go a little higher than that myself. I'm gonna actually give y'all a B. And the reason for it is the position you guys are in, even though you guys haven't been relatively healthy all year. I mean, you only have 2 guys that have played 50 games. Then you have Kevin Love, who's, he's off the bench. He's not a high productive player, really. Played 17 minutes. He played 47 games. But Hero, 36, Butler, 39, Duncan Robinson, and Triple J, and then Bam. Those 3 have been your guys' most healthy guys this year. And you guys are starting to float still. You're on 5th right now, like we said, in the East. You have an opportunity to definitely move up all the way up to 4th. From what we've been seeing from the Sixers and the Knicks, you guys are surging at the right moment. So I feel like you guys are overachieving at the moment right now, because, to be honest, with the way you guys have been injured, I felt like y'all was going to be like in the play-in right now, fighting. You guys are out the play-in. Like you said, you got rid of Kyle Lowry. You added another scorer in Terry Rozier, which I feel like would do wonders, because Tyler Hero is your best scorer, but he doesn't cook. He's more of a guy. He runs off screens. He gets the ball. He hits you with a jab, pull up, 2 dribbles, pull up, things of that nature. He's always moving. And like you said, Triple J, he's been a blessing for you guys. I feel like that's one of the main reasons why y'all are afloat. He's a guy that has picked it up, has shown that he should have been drafted higher for sure. Because it's a lot of guys that got drafted before him that he's better than. Clearly, you clearly see he's better. Clearly see he's ready for the moment as well. He goes out there. I can tell in the playoff start, he's going to continue to ball, because you see the type of game he has. He doesn't just shoot threes. He doesn't just attack the rim. He does a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. And the number one thing I love about his game is his fearlessness and also his post game. This back to the basket game is like that.
It's nasty.
It's nasty, man. Like, when in the playoffs, you need those kind of buckets. You need a guy that can settle things down, get in the post, and get a bucket. And to be honest, I feel like you guys, this is one of the best teams y'all had in the past years. You guys have a lot of different options. Guys that can do different things. Like past year you had Strus, more of a catch and shoot guy.
Yeah, we had Gabe Vincent.
Vincent. He's
mhm.
not a cooker, but Triple J a cooker. You got, like I said, my boy Rozier cooker.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys have made some moves to really, do a lot more in the playoff this year than, if you guys make it, like if you guys would have made it to the finals with this team last year, I feel like you would have been able to give the Nuggets a better run for their money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have guys that can not just score, but they got dog in them. Like Rozier got that dog in them.
Yes.
Triple J got that dog in them. Like I even
Mhm.
like that you guys are playing Jovic a lot more. I think that he brings a different element to you.
I've been asking for that too because I saw what he potentially could do, and I was like, just play him more. That's the 4 that we can put beside Bam. Like just do that. Give him some more minutes. He's capable of playing.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. He isn't the best defender, but I feel like as a team that doesn't really show that much when he's out there,
Yeah.
But yeah, I give you guys a B, man. You guys have been, staying afloat without Jimmy, with Jimmy, without Hero. I love how Duncan Robinson's been playing the past 2 years. He's definitely stepped his game up. So I give you guys a B, man. Teddy, what you got for these guys, man?
I like that grade.
Yeah, I would have to give these guys a B minus. Just for the same reason that you said, Vaughn. What they've been able to do with their health. That Jimmy stepped out for a little bit. He had personal issues. Hero was out for like 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, for injury.
And then I mean, the way Bam's been playing this year, career highs in points and rebounds. I mean, he's playing pretty well, man. And I mean, even though they got the broom from the Celtics, but everybody else they're playing pretty well against. So
hooray for winning the regular season series.
Hey man, you do it to me.
Hey,
as long as I know that we beat y'all in the playoffs when it matters the most.
We'll see you this year.
Last 3 times, who's won more?
We'll see you this year. We'll see you this year.
Last 4 times, who's won more? Oh, okay.
Hey, we'll see you this year. We'll see.
Last 5 times. Oh, okay.
Oh, you keep bringing up the past, bro.
I'm just saying.
You want to bring up LeBron and D Wade?
Hey, our games in the past. We don't have another game against y'all. That's the past too.
All right, fellas, break it up.
I'll try to give you some praise, man. But yeah, they've been playing the Heat basketball. Spoelstra, continues to show why he's one of the best coaches in the league. I would put him probably like top 6, 7 in the league.
6?
I mean, it's the top. I wouldn't put him 6. Right? I wouldn't put him 6. I would say he's in the top 6.
He no less than top 3. I don't care what you say. He no less than top 3.
Okay. I mean,
no less than top 3.
I'm thinking about that for a second.
I don't hate that.
Hey, but all I'm saying is who's got to the conference finals or the finals more than Eric Spoelstra has in the last few seasons.
Yeah, and that's
the roster that we got.
8.
Okay. just saying.
Oh man, yeah. Definitely the like I said, the way they've been playing this year with the health, it's definitely been shocking to me. I thought they would be lower in the standings right now, and like Jamie Jaquez, he's been balling. Jaime, my fault. I'm sorry. Yeah,
that's facts, Carl.
Definitely. But yeah, man, I would have to give him B- for the midseason grade.
Okay, nice. We all kind of in the same area.
Yeah,
I had the highest grade.
I gave the lowest at a C plus.
Hey,
I said C plus B minus. So
as expected.
Yeah, y'all know how I am about my Miami, man. Y'all know. I don't give them way too much praise.
Mm-hmm.
So, quick question, Dave. What do you have you guys finishing?
I got us finishing kind of sort of where we are, 4th, 5th. I think we finish around that area right there, simply because of how the Knicks and the 76ers are playing right now. Like, Embiid is not healthy, and people forget that Julius Randle is not healthy. He's not playing right now. So
Yeah.
that's another thing that hinders the Knicks. But they also not playing well because the podcast just got they just started a podcast. The podcast messing up. They having a Micah Parsons syndrome right now. So
When are these athletes going to learn to just play the game?
hey, they need to learn from Fred Warner. Fred Warner didn't talk smack about no team during his
Right.
podcast. He was just enjoying it, talking good about his team, and that's it. You know,
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
ain't overly praised nobody and nothing. He was just talking sports, plain and simple.
That's how Cam Hayward is too for us.
There you go.
Just straight football talk. That's it. None of
There you
that
go.
extra stuff. All right, that's the Heat for y'all, man. Anybody got anything else they want to get off their chest about this Heat team, man?
Nah, I just I do wish that we still got like another 4 to kind of sort of help out with Bam down low to help defensively. But I mean, it is what it is. We got what we got, so let's see what we can do with it.
Okay. All right, y'all heard the man. That's the Heat leader right there, man. You know, Baby Dollars, man. So let's see. So the next team we got for y'all, y'all should already know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the shirt. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this Celtics, man. These Celtics. Right now, number 1 in the entire league, 46-12 record, running away with it. Like, they're hands down looking like the best team in basketball. They're number 1 in offensive rating, and I believe number 2 in defensive rating.
Crazy.
I mean, that's crazy. That's a recipe for a championship right there.
It is.
They guys, Jason Tatum putting up 27 right now. You know, they have a starting 5 that's it looks unguardable at times. Everybody hitting threes. They're moving the ball well. They're attacking the mismatches. So, Teddy, I'm gonna let you go first on this, since you know you're the Celtics leader right here. Talk to me. What's your mid-season grade?
I would have to give them an A so far. The reason why it's not an A+ is because of how they play against lesser teams sometimes. Like last night, that first half against the 76ers, way too many turnovers. I feel like they just try to do too much and try to overcomplicate the game sometimes. But then they start getting back into their rhythm, and it turns out to be a good ending. JB dropped 31 last night. I mean, this team is – I can't really say anything bad about it, but the turnovers need to stop, because that's gonna kill us in the postseason. And the way that JT and JB have been playing off of each other, like JT will have a good game, and like it's not like, damn, I need to get him the ball, or I need to take the ball from him. I need to steal the light. There's none of that on this team, right? It's like they've been playing so well. The ball movement has been incredible. Finding the open shot, right? Giving up the good shot to get the great shot. I feel like that's what they've been doing, and the defense is remarkable. And they got one thing that I've been saying has been the rebounding. Sometimes they just get lazy, right? They get lazy, and they let teams out hustle them to the board sometimes, and it's not going to work, right? Yeah, definitely, Jamo. But yeah, I would have to give my guys an A. And Joe Mazzulla, you've been doing way better on the timeouts. Like yesterday, I feel like he called timeouts at the right time he felt the game like getting away from us a little bit, and he didn't like what he saw, so we called a timeout. We regrouped, called a good play out of the timeout, and then we got rolling. So for him to be able to see that, and that gives credit to Brad Stevens and the moves that he made for the coaches that he brought in the offseason to help him out, sitting behind him, like Sam Cassell and a couple other guys.
Okay. I like that grade, man. I'm gonna have to double down on that A with you. I mean, actually, I gotta give y'all A+, Teddy. I'm sorry. It's hard for me not to, man. You guys have 2 new additions to your team, and it's not like you got 2 role players. You got 2 guys that are big pieces of your guys' team, and Drew Holiday and Porzingis, and it looked like it was just a match made in heaven. I mean, you guys are steamrolling opponents, especially when you guys are home. Best home record in the league right now, which goes a long way, especially if you have home court advantage all throughout the playoffs. I mean, you guys are setting yourself up for the perfect road. I mean, an easy road to the finals, really. One thing you guys do really well is you guys shoot the most threes in the league. So you're a high volume shooting team, which a lot of times it can be detrimental to y'all, but the way you guys defend, it kind of doesn't. I want to give a shout out to one player on y'all team. I'm a huge fan of this guy's game, and that's Derek White. Derek White is the type of guy that you need on your team. He's the type of guy that can help you win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy that he can come out there and give you 10 points, 3 blocks, 2 steals, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, or he can give you 28 points or 5 threes. Hitting 5 threes. Like, he's that type of player. One thing that I'm scared about with you guys is just the health of Porzingis. I do see you guys picked up Tillman, which I thought was a good pickup for depth, just in case a guy like Porzingis go down or Al Horford go down. He doesn't shoot the three or nothing like that. He's more of like a baby Zebo. If you remember Zach Randolph's game, he kind of reminds me of him. He's a bully down there. He plays hard, tough on the boards. He's even a pretty good defender for his size, I must say.
Yeah.
But Derek White, I love his game, man. I love what he do out there. Jaylen Brown and Tatum are still showing signs of being the best duo in the league, on both ends of the floor. We just have to see you guys finish the deal. This is all that you guys have to do now. It just continue to ball and finish the job. What I tell Dave and the 49ers, finish the job. That's what you guys have to do. So I'm gonna give you guys an A+, man. Number one in offensive efficiency, number 2 in defensive rating. I mean, that's just crazy to me.
Joe, he said best duo on both ends of the floor.
Thank you.
He not just talking about just strictly offensively or overall, just on both ends. I don't think
they're the best duo anyway, though, even offensively.
Oh,
nah. Well, Murray has too many off nights, to be honest.
That's true. Jokic pretty much carries that duo most of the time.
Yeah,
that's true. So, I mean, as much as I don't like the Celtics, as much as I just have a strong disdain for the Boston Celtics, I'm going to be strictly honest about this. And Vaughn, I'm with you. I'm giving them no less than an A+ because exactly where they are. They are far better than any other team in the NBA right now, offensively and defensively. Like you said, they're number 1 in offensive rating and number 2 in defensive rating.
Yep.
That's a recipe for success. You should be able to get to the finals because of what you have right there. Now, I do agree that the turnovers is an issue, but that's been an issue for y'all no matter as long as y'all had Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. It hasn't stopped y'all from getting at least to the Eastern Conference Finals. You got in there, 3 of the last 4 times, along with the Miami Heat. So that lets you know that even with the turnovers, you're getting further to the playoffs than a lot of other teams who take care of the ball better. So I don't think that's going to hinder y'all from being able to get to where you need to go. Porzingis being healthy, I think that definitely is something that needs to be watched out for. So as long as he stays healthy, I think y'all should be fine. Even if he doesn't, you still have Drew Holiday and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So them 3 defensively alone, and then along with Derek White, you got more than enough of what you need to be able to get past every other team in the East. Now, of course, me being a Heat fan, I think the only team that can give y'all some go is us, just because we know exactly how we play. We play tough against y'all every single time. No one else gives the same effort that we give when it comes to playoff basketball in the East, at least when it comes to playing against y'all.
Even in the regular season, the games are chippy,
Yeah, even that. But I think we all can pretty much say Miami Heat basketball don't play serious until after All-Star break. They don't really play their potential until after the All-Star break. That's when they really start to up their game for real. But the Celtics are pretty much doing everything that they need to do to win. So you look at what they did in the offseason. They went and traded away Marcus Smart and went and got someone who was better offensively, who makes better decisions offensively, and it's a much better defender to me. Marcus Smart won Defensive Player of the Year, but I mean, does that mean he was the best defender that year? He probably wasn't. He just, he got an award. I mean, and deservingly so. Hey, congratulations, Marcus Smart. You got Defensive Player of the Year award. But no, I don't think anyone thinks that Marcus Smart is a better defender than Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is willing to defend anybody on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely anybody.
Yep.
And Kristaps Porzingis is definitely a known shot blocker down in the post, so that helps you out defensively. Because even though you traded away Robert Williams, you got somebody else who's willing to defend and who's a lot more healthier than Robert Williams. Because Robert Williams ain't even playing ball right now. So,
both of the guys traded away haven't been healthy at all.
Exactly. So I mean, what you did, it was a win-win for y'all. And like you said, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have been pretty much doing what they need to do. Jason Tatum needs to be talked about more in the MVP conversation, though.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing that kind of thrown me off a little bit. Even though I'm not a Celtics fan, I'm a Duke fan, so I'm rooting for Jason Tatum no matter what. But so I don't understand how he's not getting any MVP consideration. Really, all you hear right now is like Luka and SGA and Jokic, and two of those I believe belong in the conversation is Jokic and SGA. But Luka, they're 8th in the West right now. So why are they being talked about more than the number one team in the NBA? It just doesn't make sense. So, A+ for me. Y'all been doing everything y'all need to do offensively and defensively to improve your team. And like I believe if my preseason pick was right, I picked y'all to get to the finals this year. So
yeah.
So I don't see a scenario that happens unless an injury happens or Miami just happens to catch fire. I don't see any other team in the East being able to really compete with y'all because the Celtics are too up and down. I mean the Bucks are too up and down. Even though they're starting to win a lot more now, I think after they were 3-7, they've been undefeated since they were 3-7. They have improved a little bit more, so I get that. But are they really going to be that in the playoff time? We don't know. Because they made a midseason thing, and then they get who their head coach is. What is he known for? Giving up 3-1 leads. Right. So we don't know if that's going to happen. And then if you look at the Knicks, is Julius Randle going to step up in the playoffs? Don't know. Don't know if that's going to happen. And B, are they going to be able to get past the second round? We don't know. So it's a lot of these teams that got questions, but the Celtics is the one that kind of sort of checks all the boxes.
Yeah. I just want to respond to that. The reason why Tatum isn't talked about more in the MVP, I feel like it's because of the team that he's on. I feel like the media thinks that if you take him off, they'll still be like one of the top teams in the league. But like he's lethal. He's our number one guy. Like, so I mean, I don't agree with it. He definitely should be talked about more for the MVP. That's the reason why I put some money on him to win the MVP. So let's get it, Tatum.
Tatum, you got to stop putting up 40-point games, man.
I guess that's what
they want. That's what they're expecting. They expected him to
be.
They want him to be to score a lot more. They want him to just take over games. Like he don't need to. It's all about winning at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me read the stats for you guys. 27 points, 8.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, about 1 block. I mean, he's putting up numbers, man. Like, I don't understand. Almost a double-double.
Pretty much, man.
He's maturing too, right in front of our eyes. Like earlier in his career, he would definitely want to go out there and score the 40 points a game. But now he's like, all right, he sees the double team, he'll make that pass instead of like trying to dribble through and put up a crazy shot like he used to earlier in his career.
Yeah, let's just hope it carries on to the playoffs for y'all. I mean, I honestly hope it doesn't, of course, because I'm a Heat fan. But, for Jason Tatum's sake and for basketball's sake, let's just hope that he actually continues that through the playoffs because that's when it matters the most. And I think if the turnovers do go down, it's going to be scary to be able to stop the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
We need a parade in Boston. Let's go.
Yeah, not for the Celtics, though.
The other team's got no hope right now. Stop.
Hey, look. If you saw BWT last night, then you understand why Teddy said that.
Go ahead. All right. So I'm not even gonna ask you, Teddy, what you think y'all gonna finish because we all know that y'all gonna be first at the end of the day. What y'all playing? Yeah. Unless some crazy injury happen, which we hope everybody stays healthy on all teams because we want to see the best out of all teams come playoff time. But I got a question for both of y'all, okay? This one, I want to start with you, Dave. with the new additions this year, Rozier, like we talked about, a dog that is a baller and can cook. With Triple J, he's young, but he's a dog and he can ball, he can cook. How confident are you going up against the Celtics team in the playoffs? I think you guys have the better coach. They have the better players, but so that's like a 1-1. So how confident are you if you guys had to run into the Celtics?
For me, it depends on when we play them. So if we play them in the first round, then I don't think we have a shot. Because I feel like that's too soon to be able to play the Celtics. But second or third round, I feel like it goes up more. So we in the second round right now, if we the way we are now, we would play them in the second round because we're the 5th seed. I would give us a 45% chance to be able to beat them. In that series, I would still give them the edge simply because, like I said, they've done everything they need to do to be the number 1 team in the East. And I don't think they're gonna play like they did last year. Last year we went up 3-0 against this team, and we didn't have the players that we have now. We know every time we go up against them, they play a lot differently the next time around. So I don't expect them to play down like they did last time. And they don't have the guys on the team that made those mistakes then. Grant Williams ain't there to be talking smack in Jimmy's ear. Even though Drew Holiday did that with the Bucks, I don't think he's going to do that this time with the Celtics. Kristaps Porzingis is now there and not Robert Williams. Robert Williams couldn't make a bucket to save his life unless it was down low. So that changes a lot of things for that as well, because then Bam is going to have to guard him in the perimeter. And even though we have Terry and Jaime Jaquez, I don't feel like we have enough defensively to be able to stop them in the second round. But if we get to them in the Eastern Conference Finals, I say we have a 55% chance. So I think it goes up a little bit more at that time. I'm still not going overly like 60 and like that, because I still want to see how we play a little bit more. Like these other teams going into this break, because the only 2 playoff teams we play so far right now are the Pelicans and the Kings after the All-Star break. So I want to see how we play against the teams in the East that are top right now, because I think we still have games against the Cavaliers that we got to play. We still got another game against the Knicks and the 76ers. So I want to see how we play against them before I give us anything higher than 55%.
Okay. Same question for you, Teddy.
Yeah, I feel good no matter what round we play them in. I feel like the later on in the playoffs that if we make it to the Eastern Conference, which I think we're gonna get there. If we play them in the Eastern Conference Finals, we'll be more in a flow, and even though that gives the Heat time to get in their flow, but I just like our guys all across the board to just be more successful this year, and I feel like Tatum and Brown, like they took that loss last year to heart. They really did. They definitely thought that they were going to get to the finals last year after the performance that they had the year before when they went to the finals against the Warriors, or if it was 2 years, I might be mistaken. But I feel like they took it personal, and every time that they played the Heat this year, they played with a little chip on their shoulder. So I think it's going to continue to happen. And with Bam being out of the paint, to have to guard KP on the catch and shoot on the perimeter, I feel like that gives us an even better matchup for like Tatum to get down in the paint with his back to the bucket. Jaylen Brown, he's got the top percentage in fadeaways this year. So, I mean, and then Derek White and Drew Holiday, they just been balling. Drew Holiday has the highest percent of corner threes this season. And like with the way that they move the ball, he always ends up in the corner with the three, like basically wide open almost every time.
Right.
Like I keep saying, let Drew shoot. You know what I'm saying?
I also got to say this too, though. The Celtics are the one team that does not fold when we go into zone. That's the one team that that play that if they see that open that middle open, they taking the shot.
Mhm.
So that's the one thing about the Celtics that gives them an advantage because they're not going to just try to figure anything out. They're going to take the shot that's given to them. So that's
Exactly.
another thing.
Exactly.
Are you confident in Missoula versus Spo?
I still give Spo the advantage coaching wise, but I like the way that Missoula has been progressing the past couple seasons because he was put in a rough spot, right? Last year he was just going to be an assistant, and then that whole thing happened with Udoka, and he was all right. You're the next man up. Like you got to be the guy now. And for him to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, it was impressive. And the way that he's led this team this season, it's great to see.
Yeah, man, y'all balling. Okay, you got your Celtic brother in the chat now.
That's because he just looked in the NBA chat and then finally got on the show.
Dang, Mike, you just missed the Celtic segment, man. You know what I'm saying?
You missed a whole lot. A whole lot. For the first time, you've missed me talk really good about the Celtics.
You gotta go watch the joint when it's on YouTube, man. All right. Anybody else got anything else to say about the Celtics, man, or the Celtic Heat matchup?
Finish the job. That's all I gotta say.
Good job.
Finish the job. This right now. This is the year, the best opportunity I believe they have to go win a championship because there's no team in the West. Honestly, that's like they might give them some go because the OKC and Minnesota, even though they're top two in the East right now, in the West right now, they're young teams. They're not, the Celtics have been here before, so I can see them winning that matchup. The only team that I can see to give them some issues is Denver, but then I think they got the better team. So
that'll be a great matchup though in the finals.
We played the Timberwolves pretty close these past 2 games that we had against them this year. They beat us once in OT in Minnesota, and then Tatum took over in the fourth quarter when they came to the Garden.
Okay. All right, now shout out to the Celtics, man. A+. I think that's the only team that I gave an A+ to. I mean, the Clippers, Thunder, and the Timberwolves got A's, but y'all got A+, man. I had to give y'all a step higher because y'all just playing on another level right now. All right, so we got one more topic.
I'm gonna tell y'all something really hilarious right now. And it's gonna end up in the NBA chat sometime today. I don't know when, but it's gonna end up in the chat today. So guess who's in Fall Out Boy's new music video?
Jimmy Butler.
Yes,
I knew it. I got hair waving his hair.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Bro.
And the outfit don't make it any better. All I'm saying is just expect it. Just expect it.
That is hilarious. It was on the halftime at TNT last night.
Bruh, it's so hilarious. Yeah, Shaq was hilarious last night, bro. It's too funny.
Shaq always got me dying laughing, man.
Yeah.
We got one more topic. I know we got 2 young players we want to talk about. I know Teddy said he's going to stay for one. So we're going to jump right into it. Our first player that we're going to talk about is my boy Jonathan Kuminga. Let me throw my man up here right quick. He's been playing pretty well for the Warriors. This is one of the games against Sacramento where I believe he put up like 28 points, 30 points. And if you see the way he's playing, you can tell he's found his way in the offense. He the one thing that a lot of people was talking about with him and Moody early on and why they weren't getting no burn was because they couldn't flow with the offense. The ball didn't move quick enough. But if you see here, he's finding guys, he's getting guys open looks, and he's also moving around a lot and looking a lot more confident out there. His number one game to me is how he attacks the basket. I mean, he's a man child down there. You'll see in the clip, he's posting up Sabonis and like moving them, posting up Trey Lyles and moving them. And he hits the open threes. I'm really liking his game right now. This year, he's averaging, I got it here, 15 points, about 4.7 rebounds, 2 assists, but he's shooting over 50% from the field, which is pretty good. His first 2 years, he only started 12 games, 16 games, 9 points each year. But this year, he's played 56 and started 30 of those games, and he's averaging 15. So he's made a big jump, and I feel like this is something that the Warriors really need because, they was looking bad, man. I ain't gonna lie, they was looking real bad.
Yeah.
They have a solid rookie over there, also playing pretty well. I call him Poe because his last name is a little ridiculous for me to pronounce.
Facts.
I call him Poe. I'm not gonna lie. He be balling though. He's him out there with the red shoes. He be balling.
Yeah.
But Kuminga's really been really well, really like he's been a blessing for this team. As you see here, he's an excellent, good post work and just finishes. He gets a lot of and ones, things of that nature. He's that element that the Warriors need when you got a shooter like Steph out there running around and you got Kuminga out there attacking the basket. That's could be really good for this Warriors team. I don't see them making no big run in the playoffs, but it's just good to see Jonathan Kuminga finally emerge and finally because he was a high prospect coming out. You know, we still waiting to see what Moody gonna do if he ever gonna get some burn. But shout out to Kuminga, man. He balling. What you guys got for me?
He definitely been balling, man. I mean, in these last 2 months alone, I think he's been averaging about 19, 20 points. And one of the biggest moves the Warriors made was putting Clay on the bench and allowing him to get more minutes. I think that right there has allowed them to be able to play a lot better. And like you said, the flow of the offense was able to help him a lot more as well. So I like how that's been going on with that. I'm excited to see how he continues to play. He's one of the good young players who I believe who deserved more minutes. Because if you remember when in the playoffs when they were playing, they was wondering why he wasn't getting no minutes. Why Kuminga ain't playing more? Why Moody ain't playing more? Well, this is why he needed to get into the flow of the offense. Now he's on the flow and he's getting more time. And I think it was also because that time when Draymond was suspended, he was able to get more time during that time as well. So that was able to showcase his game a lot more, and Steve Kerr gained more trust. He was okay. Well, I actually see that you're actually out there to contribute and actually make a lot more plays without Draymond being there, and that's a key guy, and that's good. So I actually think that if everything happens the way that it's been going, they may be able to make a run simply because he's been helping them out. And Clay has been shooting lights out on the bench. I think he's averaging 20 off the bench since he got moved to the bench or something like that. I know the first game off the bench he put up 35. So Kuminga is definitely one of the nice rising young stars in the league. I like his game. I like the way he's been doing. And Kerr, just keep giving him more playing time. Keep giving him more minutes. He deserves it. He definitely allows your offense to. He doesn't take away from Steph. He doesn't take away from what Draymond does best. And even when Clay's on the floor, he doesn't take away what he does best. So allow this young kid to do what he needs to do so he can continue to help y'all win games.
Yeah. Some might say it was his haircut, right? After he got that haircut, he's just been balling. Yeah, like you guys said, the flow of the game, I feel like he's starting to understand it better with Steph on the floor. I don't know. It's funny because like sometimes we expect Steph to just go off, right? And then there's nights where he doesn't, and then Kuminga he'll just pick it up. Right. So you need that. You need that role player that understands his role on the team. And I feel like he's doing a great job of understanding that role and what he needs to do to contribute to the success of the Warriors. And definitely I feel like Kerr he trusts him more now with when Draymond was out during his situation. And now, just like I said, just him understanding the role and the flow of the game just a little better, and it comes with time, right? Everything gets better with time, and he's definitely showing us that.
Facts. And that 20-point spree you was talking about, Dave, he had 24, 28, 20, 25, 31, 22, 26, 29. 8 games straight. Balling. That's what they need. They need a third guy, a different element to the Warriors. Shout out Kuminga, man.
Yeah.
You balling, man. Shout out to you, my boy.
Yeah, if you look at it, he replaced Wiggins because remember Wiggins was supposed to be that third guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now Wiggins went back to Minnesota for him and not playing up to his potential.
I
Yeah.
don't want to talk about Wiggins. He's a disappointment.
He's disappointing, bro. Oh,
Killing me right now. Can't even lie.
especially
That's
when
like
in the finals, like against the Celtics, he balled out with us, and like seeing, it's like, oh my goodness, crazy,
well, he got that ring. He like, I'm good now. I'm good.
right?
All right, man. That's Kaminga for you. I know Teddy, you said you gotta go. You got some last words for the people.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on here for the first time. Definitely want to make some more appearances as the season gets closer to the end, and with playoffs, it's gonna get crazy. So I'll definitely be on here to represent my Boston Celtics. Everybody, make sure you go check out the latest episode of BWT where my boy Dave came on and we gave predictions for the entire all the divisions. And yeah, man, just keep showing love to the network. We're going to keep getting better. We're going to keep growing and giving you your latest news on what you need to know. Hit that subscribe button to RBO too. Don't forget.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you, Teddy. We definitely gonna be locked in for the playoffs because y'all the Celtics, man. Y'all the favorites. You know what I'm saying? Be a lot of pressure on you. So I know you're gonna be ready for it though.
Yeah.
All right, my boy. Appreciate you for coming on today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hope the Celtics crash.
All right, fellas. So we got another young player we're gonna talk about. Me and Davey Dollars here, and that's one of his Duke guys. Yeah, I got clips for y'all for this one too. This is my boy Jalen Johnson. Okay, this one he balled out. I think it's a season high. He had 28 points this game against the OKC Thunder, a very good team that's top in the West. One thing about Jalen Johnson. Well, let me read his numbers for you guys first. This is his third year, just like Kaminga. His first 2 years, he averaged 2 points. He only played 22 games. 70 games his second year, only started 6, averaged 5 points. This year, started 41 games, played 44 games, averaging 15 points, 4 assists, about 9 rebounds, and he's shooting 52% from the field. One thing about his game that I noticed, he's very active around the rim. He's very active in the paint. He is a high flyer for sure. He's a guy that Trae Young will get a lot of lobs to, as you see here. Him and DeJounte Murray connects on the lob. I like the fact that he brings that different element. You see on the fast break here, I can tell that in the future he's going to be a very good fast break player. As you saw earlier in the clip, he did a nice behind the back finish with 2 hands. You see the clip, he throw the oop after he gets in the passing lane. He's an active defender out there. He added his 3-ball looks a lot better now, as you can see. Oh my goodness, he flushed right on Shaq. He's a young guy that I think he brings a lot of energy to the team. Like I said, you need a guy that's like 6'8", 6'9", that can ball on your team in this league, because a lot of the best players are that height. You know, Giannis, even KD. You got Luka is taller. You need guys that can defend those type of players, and Jalen Johnson is that kind of guy. As you see there, he hits you with a nice step back in the lane. I mean, his game has really grown in the past 3 years, and the Hawks are letting him ball. I'm loving the production he's giving them. As you see, he has a lot to his game. He has the midi, the 3-ball. He'll dunk on you, and his handles aren't the best, but don't sleep on him for sure. But he's a Duke guy, so I know Dave got some nice things to say about him. Talk to me, Dave.
Yeah, man. I like how he's been playing this year. I like how Atlanta's been allowing him to play his game. Through all the way up into the All-Star break, he was averaging 15.7 points per game, 8.6 rebounds, about 3 assists, a steal, and almost a block a game. Shooting 52% from the field and 35% from 3. Last night he put 22 points last night, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, and he shot 70% from the field. His plus minus was 33, which I think was the best in the game. Not only that, he held Laurie to 11 points on 30% shooting. That's not easy to do. Laurie, if y'all know who Laurie Marketing is, he's one of the best small forward, one of the best forwards in the game. And that boy can shoot. He can ball. And Jalen Johnson, third year in the league, is able to do that to Laurie. That shows you that he's capable of being a really good defender.
Yeah.
I like what he's been doing. He's definitely he's a smart young small forward as well, because he's only averaging about one turnover a game.
Yeah.
So he's playing pretty well. I like what he's doing. His athleticism is good, and like Vaughn said, he ain't got handles, but trust me, don't leave him on the island. He'll pull out a move you wouldn't expect him to pull. I like what I'm seeing from him. I want him to continue to grow his game. I wish he was with Miami, of course, but can't always get what you want. so like I said, I like how Atlanta's allowing him to flourish, and how allowing him to be within the flow of the offense and the flow of the team. With Trae Young being out, because Trae Young's out for a while now.
Yeah.
DeJounte Murray, so he's going to need to be able to help them out if they want to make the playoffs, or at least make the play-in. He's going to have to step up a little bit more, along with Clint Capella. Clint Capella got to do a little bit more as well, because we know he's a good rebounder, he's a good defender, but you got to put up some points at times, Clint Capella, because it was a game against the Magic where he didn't play well, but Jalen did. Even though they got the dub, Clint Capella wasn't really a factor in that game. So I just like what I'm seeing from one of my Duke guys. Duke was always known for not developing NBA talent. That's what we've been known for a very long time. But now you got young guys out there now balling. You got Zion, Jason Tatum, Kyrie. You can't forget about Kyrie Irving. You got Jalen Johnson now. We got some other guys. Paolo. Can't forget about Paolo. So you got other guys now coming from there that are actually able to ball. So I think that's one thing that I'm happy to see. So continue to ball out.
Yes, sir. One thing I want to mention, he had 17 double-doubles this year. Had 4 double-doubles last 4 games. So if you're a parlay guy, hey, 8 rebounds, Jalen Johnson. He's going to get you. He's going to get you out the way.
Facts.
He's going to get you out the way. All right, man. We're going to wrap things up. Appreciate everybody that was locked in the comments. Everybody that was, engaging with us, that tuned in. Thank you, Dave, again for coming on. You my dog. And, we're going to have a lot more episodes. Before we leave, though, everybody like, subscribe, share this video with anybody that, just love NBA, man. Because I'm bringing all different type of topics to you guys. And you're going to learn a little something. You ain't know nothing about Jalen Johnson. Well, now you know. You hear me? Right. So click the link in the bio, become a member, tap into the chats. You also get an opportunity to come on RBO. I invite all smoke. If you got any problem with any takes I got, let me know. And you can come on. We can get it on. You hear me? But we can give our last words. Dave, go ahead with your last words.
Me, man. Thank you for allowing me to be on the show. Finally able to make my appearance on RBO. As I said before, basketball is my favorite sport. My all-time favorite sport is the one thing I enjoy watching more than anything else. But make sure that you tune into Dave's Doghouse tonight, 7:30 p.m. I have my brother coming on as a guest, and I think it's going to be a really good show. But make sure you like, share, subscribe to this show, RBO, one of the best shows on the R2L network.
Appreciate that, Dave. And thank you again for coming on. Shout out to Dave's Doghouse. I don't want to miss the episode. Like you said, you might mess around and have one of your favorite players in the doghouse. You might. Somebody that you want in the doghouse might end up in the doghouse. You're going to be like, thank you, Dave. Thank you. But shout out to my Magic, man. We are playing decent ball. We're trying to get up to the top 6 seed. We ain't trying to be no playing team this year. We go from missing the playoffs to a playoff team. That's the type of confidence boost that we need as a team. Paulo as our leader as well. So, we're in the second half of the NBA. Things about to get crazy. So, catch me again this Friday at noon. Got another episode for you guys every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon. And you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep this thing rolling. You hear me? But that's all we have for you guys today. This is your boy RBO Vaughn and your boy Dave, and we signing out. Peace.
Peace.